Hi, my name is Justin Suh, and welcome to a day of my life at USC.
Meet the world's best amateur golfer, 21-year-old Californian Justin Suh. It would be hard to find anyone in better form than Justin. He's won 8 of his last 25 tournaments, and last year he had 21 rounds in the 60s in 18 events. Passionate and driven to succeed, he's been breaking almost all the university records. But downtown Los Angeles isn't blessed with an abundance of golf courses, so the USC golf team have to improvise a little.
We train on campus about 2 times a week. We train here on the football field, we train sometimes on the baseball field, we train indoors here, and then we train on our putting green. And our goal on these days is to just break the game down into its parts and test them and see where our guys are.
Training on a football field does have some advantages though, and Coach Zambri and his team have developed some unique drills to make the most of their unusual training facilities.
The way it works is, if you can kind of see, we have these lines and they're 5 yards apart. And so the way that test works is they hit a series of 4 clubs, one after another. They just go up and down the ladder and hit 20 shots. And we've had this long-standing deal that if you do our test out here on this football field and you land all 20 shots inside the 5 yards on either side, we'll name the test after you. We'll call it the Justin Suh line test, and we've never had to do it yet.
The girls' soccer team need the football pitch now, so Justin and the rest of the golf team move over to the short game area behind the baseball field.
So what we do is, so coach up back there, we have this long stick that has the inches from, I think, around 6 yards. And in the bunker game, we hit to wherever he puts the spot down, and he ranges it from however inches it is away, and we did 20 shots of those, and whoever gets the lowest scores basically wins for the day, but we're all just kind of competing against ourselves at this point. If you're behind the pin, how sneaky fast?
We developed something that we think helps our guys. We call it a simulated putting round. So it ends up with putts as short as 2 feet to putts as long as 52 feet and everything in between. And so we know that if they do all 18 putts and putt out, that we want to see a score of around 28 or 29 to be around strokes gained 0 for the PGA Tour. And so it's just a way to figure out how they're putting without 4 hours of golf. The theme was to be competitive, you know, and certainly to keep track and to keep score. And then ideally, yeah, that they would engage in some games that would kind of raise their focus a little more and maybe make things have a little more meaning than just putting up the score.
To be honest, it's not that great compared to my long game, and that's something I realized when I played at Bay Hill this year. That professionals, like, this is a skill that they've got locked down, and within these next couple months, within this till nationals, that's something I'm going to be working a lot on. Just because, like, at the elite level, that's something that is known to be just one of the best.
Justin has classes starting after lunch, but there's still time after his short game practice for a session in the gym.
13, 14, 15.
The scheduled gym sessions on Tuesday and Thursday. We always have it from 11 to 12, but some of the guys, they come afterwards and then work out in between classes. This is open to us till 6 in the afternoon, so it's a nice way to get away from class, away from golf, and just train. Seeing a few of the pros out there, they're built, they're fit, and they're playing golf every day throughout the season. And it's a very physical, demanding sport, and I can see why they train so specifically just for golf. And it's very demanding, playing almost 6 rounds a week, and week in, week out. So it's definitely something that we need to do.
Having now played alongside some of the world's best players, there's one man in particular who Justin has in mind when it comes to gym work.
Rory. Yeah, Rory, I mean, I think the change he made when he was on tour, that was such a big news for everyone. And I think the way he's playing right now, I mean, look how consistent he's playing without any really physical injuries. So I think he's only my height, and he's hitting it probably one of the farthest guys out there. And it shows how much training has evolved. And I think the trainers out there, they've kind of figured out a way for you to be maintaining your physical health and as well as increasing it for you to hit the ball further. We have a very tight family here, and it's amazing when you're walking down the airport when you're all the way across the country, and if you see a person with an SC hat or an SC logo, no one hesitates to come up to you.
Business major Justin is nearly at the end of his time at USC. And in a couple of months, will graduate from university and start his next journey.
The whole experience has been great. Gosh, like from freshman year, just the friendships I've created in athletics and outside of athletics in my classroom. I mean, I'm thinking back at it, it really is amazing to think like how much I've grown, and the opportunities, it's been really good. The whole experience of it.
Yeah, you're going to try to make me cry here, right here on television. Yeah, it'll be a bummer because certainly at the scoreboard, we will suffer. He's the #1 player in the world. He's earned that by playing great, and he plays great like every time we tee it up. But we'll also suffer off the course, you know, because he's a leader. Simply by him showing up and playing the way he plays, that's leadership, right? People see how he hits a golf ball. They see the care and concern he has for having good speed, let's say, on the greens when he putts, and that's the kind of leadership that's the best kind.
In October last year, Justin topped the amateur world rankings for the first time, joining the likes of Rory McIlroy, Ricky Fowler, Jordan Spieth and Jon Rahm, who all achieved the feat before turning pro.
For me to finally achieve that was almost just a breath of relief, just because of all the hard work seemed to pay off. It was a big confidence booster and kind of more of like a self-talk and just realizing that I've got the game, what it takes to compete in the next level. Plenty of pros have said it. I think Jason Day is a professional who mentioned this, where you work even harder when you're at #1 because you know you want to keep that spot. Golf kind of was an escape for me, to be outdoors, to kind of get some fresh air from being in class all day. And I remember waking my dad up, and he would always take me early on, and just the feeling of being the first ones out on the golf course, like, that's priceless.
Justin was clearly always destined for greatness. He shot a level par 72, aged just 7.
I can't give you a specific age. It's somewhere around there, but I mean, I'm sure the course was easy, but I'm pretty sure that's right. I grew up watching Tiger make those pivotal putts in those situations, and that's the moments that we really want and we want to be in. And my only goal is to take each tournament just for what it's worth, and just trying to play the best golf I can to really succeed in the professional level.
And 14 years after his first 72, Justin is dreaming big for his future.
I'm considering turning pro right after Nationals, and I've got sectional Open, US Open qualifying soon after, so hopefully my first event as a professional could be a major.
Every young golfer aims high, but with the amateur world at his feet and the professional world on the horizon, where does the 21-year-old see himself in 10 years' time?
It's kind of a loaded question, just because, I mean, there's something you want to do and there's something that you don't want to put a ceiling for. And I think within 10 years, I wish I could still be learning, still be learning the game and trying to grow better. I mean, it'd be great to have a consistent career out at the PGA, and in 10 years, I mean, I would definitely love to win some tournaments. I mean, any tournament would be grateful. It's just a matter of just being out there and playing.